Bam, a beautiful day. Beautiful way to say it. The tickler elixir. See how that works every time, doesn't it? Feels better that medicine does work. Yes, that violin. We're gonna let those play for those people that, man, okay, okay, we here we go again. And to me, it's kind of funny though, because it is a lesson in a very powerful way. I'm still going to use going down to space, get the answers, the galaxy and universe, the light speed that we are, in order to have things to be balanced. I went in on the people right now in the DC missing black women and the athletes and all of that who don't say anything because, they're athletes, they know better, they have mothers, and they benefited from, so-called people's dollars and all of that. They're supposed to be responsible to say something, all of that, So I use those words too. And it's, okay, bam, I use them, so I got to pay homage to that because I went in, I just how it's going to get the full understanding of something. If you cannot accept what you have given out to return, if you to learn from that as well. So that's what I'm looking at right now with this, okay? So the picture to be drawn, surrender, which I did do that, is the people who play the sports, right? Okay, so they've already played the sports, maximize their potential for us to complain about what they're doing. Okay, they've been the best. We can look at the numbers and say how many people they're only going to make it. They're only certain amount of jobs, so only those certain few are going to make it. Okay, so specifically, they've done that, mastered whatever they're doing, and performed and what you say through the ball and through the hoop and all that, and that's all it takes. And any monkey can do that, all those type of things. And yet they don't pay monkeys that kind of money, and monkeys don't help their communities out with cash. But monkeys will throw some shit at you though. If you're out there in the jungle, we've seen that. Okay. Let me get to the story. Let me get to this. This is funny though. Dealing with that, we have the thing already played out. The experience, the complete picture. They've done their job. For us to be able to say, hey, they should be doing it, should be saying that because they were athletes. Look at that. That's your responsibility. You've seen what they've done to be able to bring that to the light. Even if you say modern day slavery, which is ridiculous, but to bounce a basketball and throw it to a basket and to receive millions of dollars for doing that. It's what's the difference of you going to a circus and they do 3-ring circuses and having, doing bears and lions and shit. What's the difference? You're not upset about them getting money. I mean, but these people are not in cages. Then what's the difference? You going to the church and the preacher telling you something that hasn't happened yet. People have died behind those promises, and he hasn't given you an herb, which the Bible tells you is there no balm in Gilead, but you go to the preacher every day. Yes, every day, just not on Sunday. So, for these people to present their gift, the choice that they made to bring about monies to their families, to feed their families, is a sports phenomenal thing to be able to receive that. Okay, let's reverse that real quick. Have you performed so well that you are only how many players in the league? Maybe a couple of hundred. I don't even know the numbers. A couple thousand. PhD. If you're a PhD in your field, are you performing at the level that you're only the few thousand who are doing that well? There are 25,000 PhDs on getting food stamps right now. I can get one player that's made more money than all 25,000 of them, right? But you're also smart. With the PhD, you can't figure out how to use their knowledge that you gained, the 12 years of education at the university level that you have. I have a PhD now, so I should be able to see. And all they did was bounce a basketball for 4 years through college, maybe not even 2 years, over and over again. Why can't they receive that respect? But you're having to go get on social help or ask someone to, you have to write a grant to get your money. We don't know how good you are. Even as an engineer, any so-called intellectual atmosphere that we have for people earning money. But no one is asking you all, making you responsible for the black community as much as they do with athletes. But the athlete is not supposed to be an intellectual individual, but they're asking the athlete to do something that the intellect should be doing with his smart self, with his book self, PhD self, suit wearing self, well spoken self. Don't use no curse word self. You see? Let's put it out there to be open and honest about it on that level. Yeah. You see? So performance has everything to do with longevity and return. How fast does the return come back? Right? And how well is the performance being rendered to the people? Always in whatever you do. So in your job, whatever you are, if you're a phlebotomist, are you the world's greatest phlebotomist? Are they calling you to come to the when the actors get sick? Do they tell you, or you're the doctor? They say, okay, they don't want to fuck with you. They don't want to fuck with nobody but you. Don't call nobody else. Go come get this doctor. You one of the few thousand that they do. See, that's the perspective that we've got to have now. Much more respect of the athletic performance. And the Jesse Owens story is the most magnificent one. He took the military person and broke him down, all the way down. Boom, broke him all the way down. Hitler. The people that the Jews say would have killed him, would have wiped him out, damn near wiped him off. This brother, through the sports, peaceful domination, body movement, black body radiation, stepped up gracefully, outran the dude. That's all he did. The things that you say were modern day slavery. This dude defeated the military. From being there at that point, for all of you all that say that about sports, take that and whip that around in there. Watch the cream rise to the top. And what's the cream going to be at the top? Performance at the highest level. Okay? That green that's going to come out that baby. The inner G. Okay? So let's not get lost in what, because someone said, okay, I want him, I'm going to give him. Whatever job you go to, it's the same thing. Whatever, even if you write a grant, that's not your face is not on that money. Those people's faces are on that money. They will you wrote a grant 501c3, however you getting your money, you're no more honorable than this athlete is. You're not. Because you're not the top of the line. We don't keep up with your engineering projects or your community activity projects, compare them to the rest of the world and say you're one of the greatest community activists or you're one of the greatest engineers. Where are you? We don't know that many people that are in the community that we can talk to, we can watch every night. So we can watch these guys every night perform at the highest level every night. Talking about their parents, the community they come from. Now for you all that say it's modern day slavery, deal with that. What other episode of the intellect that you are performing that these brothers should listen to, okay, and not do that? Because people all over the world are participating. Yeah. If you're saying that, let's look at that as the aspect and not just because there's a dollar bill put on it, okay? It's more than just a dollar bill put on. Because people have to move, have to take time out, have to make decisions on what they're going to do, what they do. They have a choice. Lots of people are doing that. And community activists. You're supposed to be so intelligent. You have so many people that surround you. So why haven't you come up with a plan that manipulate the emotions of these people if you know them so well? If you can decipher that is modern day slavery, if you cut and slice and dice that and analyze that, well, take that, say it's modern day slavery, flip it around, reverse it, and flower it out to something. If that's the case, like I just did, give respect to it. Are you performing at the highest level where these people don't have to go and try to play ball? Because the communities they're coming from is what? Broken communities. Because community activists have not come up with community plans, because there's athletes that came before us They got plenty of money. They come from those neighborhoods. They can beat out of their money. They lose millions of dollars. We see the stories, the posts that all the athletes, all this money, lost all this money because no one's coming up with plans and ideas. Just people just talking, running their mouth. Oh, modern day. No, the modern day slavery are those people that's saying that. That's the new modern day slavery for those people that are saying that. In the time when cash flow was given at the highest 1%, slaves wasn't getting the highest 1% of salary in this country when they were actually being enslaved. For you all to say that, these guys are getting 1% of the highest salaries on the planet. Any fucking body. Yeah. So look at it like that. And even with the slave name, you call it, they weren't speaking this language. We were spoken whatever language that is. They picked up. We had it. And they borrowed it and put their language on it. So whatever name you say is modern as a slave name, he got it from our ancestors. You learn how to speak from our ancestors, and then they took that and put it on themselves. And then when they came to mess with us, it's the same name that our ancestors gave them. Now they're trying to say, okay, you might say, no, that hasn't changed. You see, if you're the first, we gave them, and then they came back and said, oh, it's just like they stole everything else. So it's not a slave name on that. They can put the label on they want, but the energy of it, the essence of it, is what? If it's a slave name, I'm not thinking as a slave, not living as a slave anymore. Who's afraid of who? Who's more powerful than who in the reality of this? So not to leave sports arena and getting around to people who say that. Are you performing at a point to where somebody come up, or a news reporter come put a microphone in your face and say, hey, you didn't write that report well enough because hundreds of thousands of people are going to be affected by this report. And we want to see how your paragraph, your sentencing, and your spelling was incorrect. We want to know why you couldn't do that. What was wrong with you? Why did you have correct spelling on your typewriter or your computer? How could you not? You got a team. You can do that. You can do all the research you want. How could you give a false report? Okay, you see, we don't have that where you can perform at your highest level and only be one of a few thousand people. So we got to see the other side of that, and stop lying to yourself. The beauty that it gives us for you to be able to say these things. See, they've already performed. Even if you want to be what they say, the musician that you want to be, try to play the violin and all that. People try to play. Well, you got to play in front of somebody to get paid for it, right? So if you have not used your violin well enough to entertain people to come and see you and spend your money on it, then you're not good enough. You're not one of the tops in the world, so you don't know how that's going to happen, how it's going to make you feel. You really don't. So people who are doing that, I think you're losing your self-identity and taking on the identity of the culture that brought this along, and not the beauty that they recognize in our performance, no matter what their intent is. To say it's slave labor, but the recognizing of the human perspective that a military person, Hitler, was going to use to rule the world with, based on sports performance. He was defeated in that on a sports performance from a black man, Jesse Owens, J.O. J-O, you see that? Huh. Thank you for bringing that to me, Universe. I was using that one, J-L-O, G-M-O, man. You see, these things I use, I play with them, but they have useful intent. They do. And so why not use them in this perspective, in this time? Is what we have to have, what we need to be doing. And man, take that and use that for your perspective. Are you performing at the level where someone will see your report and say, damn, how you write that report like that, man? You know we can't turn that in? Can you do that? As we do athletes.